think there's some definite signs that the high dose iodine protocol that I've been doing for almost a year now is finally starting to work. I've been doing the fast diet, or the 5-2 diet, for the past 8 weeks now, and I've lost 9 pounds. So I'm really pleased with that. You fast for 2 days out of every 7, 2 days a week. You eat no more than 500 calories. And I've been finding this really easy to do. I've been doing it since April the 3rd, so that's almost 2 months now, and I've lost 9 pounds, and I'm really pleased with that. When I made my last video, I was a little bit concerned that although my weight had fallen, it hadn't fallen beyond the weight that I was when this hypothyroidism process started. It was about 2.5 years ago that I started getting the symptoms of subclinical hypothyroidism, and my weight just ballooned. I gained about 28 pounds at that time, and then later on I gained another 7 pounds. So initially I lost that 7 pounds, and the big question was whether I'd be able to lose more than that. And my weight did hover around that kind of 11 stone mark for a while, and now it's definitely fallen under that. The last weigh-in I did, I was 10 stone 10, and that's a few pounds less than when this whole sort of subclinical hypothyroidism started. So that's a real milestone for me. I do feel that things are changing. If you've watched all of my videos, you'll realise that I did actually try to do a kind of diet last year. I did a juice cleanse, and it just didn't work. For 2 days I just drank juices and ate just a little bit of fruit for breakfast. I got really nauseous, and I also started to feel really cold, and it was strange because this was in July. I think at the time the temperature was 16 degrees Celsius, and yet I was so cold that I was wearing 3 layers. So I knew that something wasn't right. But this time I've been fasting 2 days a week. I've been feeling great, and I've been actually losing weight. So I'm so pleased at that. So it hasn't all been great. There have been some negatives as well. I've been doing a lot of exercise recently, which is great, a lot of hill walking. The main reason for that is because the weather's improved. It's been really warm and sunny. That doesn't happen very often in Scotland, so I've been trying to make the most of it by getting out there and doing a lot of hill walking, and I've been loving it. But I suddenly started feeling really, really tired, and that just made me worry that maybe it was this hypothyroid crash kicking in again. I mean, I was really sleeping about 9 or 10 hours a night, each night, for 3 or 4 days in a row, just feeling groggy even when I got out of bed, just exhausted. And then someone suggested to me that it could be due to hay fever. That hadn't occurred to me. I used to be a big hay fever sufferer, and then a few years ago I stopped suffering from it, and I just forgot all about it. But that could be because you get different types of pollen, and so maybe there's some types of pollen that haven't affected me as much. But I know that I have been having hay fever this year because sometimes when I've been hill walking, I've been getting runny, itchy eyes. Sometimes it's been so bad that I'm temporarily blinded. And I just hadn't put the 2 and 2 together. I just had sort of dismissed it as thinking that my eyes were a bit runny that day. Sometimes it looks as if I'm crying, or people think I've got a cold, but I haven't. I know I haven't had a cold. It's hay fever, and you can actually get quite tired with hay fever. So it might be partly due to just overdoing it and feeling tired, but also I think it's the hay fever kicking in. I did take an antihistamine tablet, and I took it in the evening because I know that quite often these type of tablets make me very tired. But the next day I couldn't keep my eyes open. You know, I got up and I just kept falling asleep. So I decided not to take any more of those tablets, and instead I'm going to try taking local honey, because apparently that's a really good way to cure hay fever, and I've used it in the past. I've really, really enjoyed doing a lot of exercise. When I started feeling tired, a few people said to me, "You've been overdoing it. No wonder you're tired. You've just been doing too much." as if I've been pushing myself to do exercise, but I haven't been. I just do it for pure enjoyment, and also obviously because I want to get fit, and I can tell that it's been paying off. I think I've been able to do a lot more recently, and that's partly because of the high dose iodine, but it's also just because I'm not carrying as much weight around with me as I used to. 3 heavy bags of flour, each weighing 1.5 kilograms. That's how much I was carrying, mostly around my waist, until recently. When you think about putting these in your backpack and then going up a mountain, you realise why I was really huffing and puffing when I was climbing. Over the next 8 weeks, I'm hoping to lose the same amount again. So wish me luck. Iodine really seems to be having an effect now. The whole process has been a lot slower than I'd originally hoped, because I'd heard stories of people having sort of dramatic turnarounds in their health within a few months. And it's taken me most of a year, and now I feel that my health is really starting to show signs of improvement. For a while I felt that my muscular fitness was improving. I was doing all the motions, I was putting in the work, but my aerobic fitness was still really poor. It just felt as if no matter how much effort I put in, that situation wasn't improving. Now I'm really seeing signs that my overall fitness is improving. I'm starting to lose weight, and I'm just being able to do a lot more than I used to be able to do. I'm really, really pleased with that, and I hope it continues. I'll report back as always. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. Thanks for watching.